what's up?
So I was watching this video by this creator, and I'll link his video down below, but he perfectly explained what's really happening in the music industry and how the money isn't circulating like it used to. Now, aside from the dirty industry antics that's been running crazy for decades, that's really now starting to hit the fan, we're not talking about that. Songs don't have the same impact on the charts, and seemingly as fast as the song came in, it goes even faster. And I thought to myself, like, obviously he's not lying. A lot of people have been complaining about the state of the music industry, how there's a lack of quality and impact from how we remember music. Personally, I think there's a lot of talent out there. It just gets overshadowed by nonsense. I do find it interesting though, that a lot of new artists that are seemingly breaking in still don't touch cultural significance, even if they do break the internet for the next day or two. So as I'm watching this video, it kind of hits me that even if the music is good and has a great music video, how is music supposed to hold the same weight as it did when I was younger if there isn't an outlet that showcases this talent? Because as a kid, I didn't get a chance to go to concerts or have a phone, but if I did want to listen to music, I could just turn the TV on. VH1 and MTV used to play music videos in the morning before I went to school or on a Saturday when I had to stay in the house and clean. We can talk about how these outlets have adapted to TikTok and YouTube to showcase these songs, but it's not really all the way the same. We see the formula still works with TikTok because even if it's a small portion of a song that goes viral on TikTok, it's still able to creep its way to #1. It doesn't even matter how old the song is. It climbs the charts because the song is in circulation. We all know what YouTube is for. YouTube does help, but you're more in control of that based off your personal choosings or recommendations. So if you don't listen to rap or pop, you mainly stick to what you're used to listening to because you're not being introduced to a different sound. But with TV, it was more diverse. It wasn't just one particular artist or sound, it was whatever was popular on the charts. We talk about the lack of quality in music being the decline in music, which is partially true. These record labels are going bankrupt trying to push artists that have no talent or at least any unique characteristic about them. We're really just focusing on Spotify numbers and ignoring what made music fun. The issue that's really helping the culture decline in music is the fact that there's no more music television. Iconic music videos have been the catalyst to the music industry. Michael Jackson famously broke the color barrier with the premiere of Billie Jean on MTV in 1983, being the first black act to be on heavy rotation on the network, and it only increased from there with the following Beat It and the all-time favorite Thriller, being an iconic video that helped reintroduce the song as legendary. MTV was once worried about having someone of color being on their network to having Michael Jackson seal MTV's reputation as a new cultural force, as Thriller went on to revolutionize music video production. During the Britney era, her debut single Baby One More Time set off a dance craze, followed by a career full of memorable videos like Oops I Did It Again, Slave for You, and Toxic. Justin Timberlake's Cry Me a River being about Britney Spears, Beyonce's iconic red stiletto strut on Crazy in Love, Lady Gaga's rambunctious video theatrics. Music videos really did help propel music. Now, I'm not saying that there's nobody creating potential great music videos, because Sabrina Carpenter has been releasing good videos. Halle Bailey and Megan Thee Stallion have been doing great with their visuals. I honestly think that Cobra is one of the best videos of the year. The song and the video was perfect in my opinion. But side note, I do think the only reason the song didn't do better was because of her hook.
This pussy depressed, I'm about to stress him.
Like, the beat was fire, the lyrics were fire, but I'm not about to rap that my pussy's depressed. Anyways, the issue lies in the fact that live television is down. Nobody watches TV anymore. Everybody is fighting for that #1 spot for relevance when it honestly just doesn't matter. You couldn't tell me that Beyonce's Countdown and Run the World were not #1 songs, because I listen to those songs every day on TV. But since there's no more outlets, those #1s are the only thing that matters, so obsession becomes tiring for the creativeness of music. People still talk about the video vixen era, and it's been almost 20 years. And we're still talking about this. That's because the cultural impact that it brought during that short run was too memorable to forget. Streaming not only killed the music industry, it's also killing the entertainment industry as a whole. As we all know, there has been a significant decline in cable television. There has only been 6 cable networks that average over 2 million viewers, which is USA, ESPN, Disney Channel, the History Channel, TNT, and TBS. In 2023, there have only been 3 cable networks that have sustained an average audience above 1 million viewers. A very noticeable decline. The only people really keeping cable alive is the older generation that is dying out and offices that have the TV on for background noise. Networks like MTV and VH1 had music video countdowns from the top 20 of current trending songs to the top 100 countdowns, introducing old music to the younger generation. I vividly remember in middle school just turning on the TV in the morning and singing,
I'm on that good cushion alcohol. I got some down bitches I can call.
Or watching red hair Rihanna in her Loud era, Katy Perry singing Roar, Miley's light-skinned Justin Bieber era. Shows like TRL and 106 & Park was a platform that showcased artists from all lights, doing interviews about upcoming albums while also doing their own mini concerts for their fans. 50 Cent and Kanye West famously had a friendly competition on 106 & Park, 50 Cent challenging Kanye West to a who can sell more contest, promising to quit rap if he didn't sell more copies of his album Curtis. Fun, friendly competition does help drive music and brings out the fun on these platforms. MTV did try bringing TRL back. Unfortunately, the first episode ended up being a complete failure due to the Vegas shooting that happened the same day. The reboot for TRL tried, but there was a lot of issues that came to play, which led to the show being an utter bust. The fall of actual music television left a hole where artists have to find other ways to advertise their music. No more rotational music on television, no more radio. The radio is still alive, but streaming has cut out the radio also. Streaming has messed up the entire industry to the point every industry is losing money. Movies no longer hold serious weight. Why would people go see a movie in this economy when it's gonna be on streaming within a few weeks? It defeats the entire purpose of going to the movies. New movies no longer feel exclusive because you just end up watching it for free anyways. The entertainment industry is expensive but free for consumers now. Artists aren't making a lot of money with music. The money is no longer circulating. Beyonce, probably the most expensive artist right now. Nobody thinks it's wild that Beyonce did a Verizon commercial, dropped Sacred the perfume and hair care line, and now an alcohol brand within the same year. Not saying that she can't branch into business ventures, but it's interesting to notice when you realize how broke the industry is becoming. Record labels are going absolutely bankrupt because with the SoundCloud era, they thought they found a cheat code to artist development and started skipping steps to save money. It became easier to sign an already established artist with a following that they could market, but didn't factor in these people didn't have genuine talent to sustain themselves on stage and on their albums. Beyonce once famously said that people don't make albums anymore.
People don't make albums anymore. They don't make albums. They just try to sell a bunch of little quick singles and they burn out and they put out a new one and they burn out and they put out a new one. People don't even listen to a body of work anymore.
Because the industry saw it easier to sell singles because albums don't do the same numbers as they once did. When in fact, that is partially true. Artists will never sell the amount of copies they once did. We can say that some artists are, even though they're cheating. We are saying that albums can still sell, but the people the industry is investing in just simply can't make music. I talked about it in my It's Not a Female Rap Problem video. Rod Wave is an artist that has virtually no promo. The industry acts like he doesn't even exist. He doesn't get invited to award shows, he doesn't do big performances, the blogs don't talk about him, and he is one of the only few, very few new artists that can sell 200K albums in 1 week with a sold-out arena tour. The formula is there, with talent, but the record labels are so hell-bent on stupid they are self-sabotaging. So they think that turning artists into brands makes it easier for them to recoup on money when it's still not working. Atlantic Records are firing staff and dropping artists left and right, putting money on people that don't make sense instead of trying to rework a system that is broken. I think it would be better if labels began working with streaming platforms and try to create music television because entertainment will never die, but it's being reworked and they're not adapting with the times. Yes, TRL flopped, but sometimes things just flop. It is what it is, but it's not the end-all be-all. I think record labels should start working with cable streaming platforms to bring back music television. It'll probably help bring back celebrity interest again, small concerts, artist interviews. If they bring back the subtle things that made music fun, I think they'll start seeing people being more interested in music when they have that rotation back. My last thought for this video, I remember the night Beyonce was trending on Twitter for Lemonade. I didn't even know she dropped anything. Then I went on HBO Max and I watched the entire special. Watching the visual special made me appreciate Beyonce even more as an artist, and I fell in love with that album. Just like many of you all fell in love with an artist because of their music videos. There's a reason why music videos had budgets of millions of dollars. It really does help amplify the music. People really underestimate how much TV helped the music industry. All these cable network companies that all branched out to hop on the streaming wave still aren't getting a return that they thought they would, because no matter what, with the internet, you'll always find it for free. That's why streaming platforms are now trying to go back the cable way. Disney+, Hulu, and HBO Max are now merging together to create one big bundle, aka going back to cable because that's what worked. But like always, I'll leave it to you guys to let me know your opinions. Do you think killing music television has been a helping hand in the downfall of the music industry? Do you believe that labels merging with streaming companies can bring back a resurgence to the music video culture? Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Toodles!